entitled to their opinion instead of logically analyzing said opposition. Two wrongs make a right. It's an argument in which an allegation of wrongdoing is countered with a similar allegation. Vacuous truth. A claim that is technically true but meaningless, such as claiming that no mobile phones in the room are on when there are no mobile phones in the room. Fallacy. It's saying that when an argument contains a fallacy, its conclusion must be false. If you like this format, check out this video. YouTube thinks that you'll like it.
Stand against the tide in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Or go with the flow, however you get to the top. Go your way in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya.
Fairlife has 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and it's delicious.
Ad hominem. This fallacy involves attacking the person making an argument rather than addressing the argument itself. It can manifest as name-calling or character assassination, diverting attention from the actual points being made. Straw man. When one misrepresents someone's argument to make it easier to attack or refute. By distorting the opponent's position, it becomes simpler to knock down a weakened version of their viewpoint. False cause. It occurs when one assumes that because one event precedes another, it must have caused it. Correlation does not imply causation. Appeal to emotion. Rather than relying on sound reasoning, this fallacy manipulates emotions to gain acceptance for a conclusion. Circular reasoning. This occurs when the conclusion of an argument is used as one of its premises, creating a logical loop with no real evidence or support for the initial assertion. Hasty generalization, drawing broad conclusions from a limited set of evidence, often due to a small size of data. Appeal to authority. This fallacy relies on the authority or expertise of a person rather than the strength of their argument. While experts can provide valuable insights, their authority alone does not guarantee the correctness of their claims. Tu quoque, also known as the you-too fallacy, it involves dismissing a criticism or argument by pointing out the accuser's own flaws. Appeal to ignorance, asserting that a claim is true because it hasn't been proven false, or vice versa. Lack of evidence does not necessarily support a particular position. False dilemma, presenting a situation as if there are only two possible options when, in reality, more alternatives exist. This oversimplification limits choices and ignores nuance. Red herring, introducing irrelevant information to divert attention from the main issue. It's a tactic that sidetracks the discussion by introducing unrelated or distracting elements. Burden of proof. This fallacy occurs when the person making a claim shifts the responsibility to prove that claim onto the person challenging it. Anecdotal fallacy, using personal experiences or isolated examples as evidence in an argument. While anecdotes can be compelling, they often lack statistical significance. Composition, drawing conclusions about a whole based on characteristics of its parts or vice versa. Genetic fallacy, judging the merit of an idea based on its origin rather than its content. This fallacy rejects or accepts a claim based on its source rather than evaluating the argument itself. Appeal to tradition, arguing that something is true or good because it's been done for a long time. This fallacy assumes that long-standing practices are inherently better. Bandwagon, arguing that something is true or good because everyone else believes or does it. Loaded question, asking a question that has an assumption built into it so that it can't be answered without appearing guilty. It's a way of framing a question to elicit a particular response. For example, someone might ask you, "Have you stopped cheating on exams yet?"
Good morning, it is 7 a.m. and welcome to a day in my life as a Harvard pre-college student. Welcome to my room. It's now about 7:30 and I'm heading down to breakfast. We're on our way to class. We're so excited.
Some career exploration passport events.
And Harvard Yard is really pretty right now. How are we feeling after class?
Great.
It was such a good class.
Nice class.
And we're gonna have lunch, which is exciting. They have a lot of options, which is awesome. We are on our way to the Coop. What are you gonna get, Maddie?
I'm gonna get some books.
We're in the Coop right now, and we're trying to decide what books to get.
There's so many options.
Lots and lots of books. All of our little reader personalities are like trying to get as many books as we can. We're now in the student center and it's really quiet. Excited to study. We got our books. But yeah, and I got a hoodie. So we're gonna do our homework now. We just finished our homework and we're walking back to Lowell, and then we're going to the scavenger hunt. Next part of the scavenger hunt is advanced chemistry. I am back in my dorm now. Overall, it was a really good day. We didn't end up winning the scavenger hunt. We went out for ice cream after at this really cute place that makes ice cream into flowers. It was a really great day, hanging out with friends, doing class, and so now I'm just gonna finish studying for tomorrow and go to bed.
I'm about to cash this check for $50,000 for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago. The same accident that the insurance company told me I'd get $5,000 for. Friends, family members, and everybody told me I'd barely get anything for it. That it wasn't worth my time because of the hoops that I'd have to jump through. I'm so glad I didn't listen. Because now I'm basically getting $45,000 of extra money for free without having to jump through a bunch of hoops or desperately plead my case to firm after firm. Here, let me show you how I did it. I'm gonna show you how I got this $50,000 check that I'm about to deposit into my bank account for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago. The same accident that the insurance company told me I would only get $5,000 for. And I'm gonna show you in real time how you can do it too, in 30 seconds or less. Ready? Okay, so I use this tool called the Case Connect Compensation Calculator. It's a little known tool that's 100% free. Then I answer these 4 questions to see if my accident qualifies. Don't worry, these questions don't ask you for super personal or sensitive information. It's just about the accident. After I answered the questions, the calculator compared my accident against millions of other cases to know the estimated cash value. Then it takes it a step further and connected me with a local specialist that helped me get the maximum compensation. And it did it 60% faster than traditional attorneys. This tool is 100% free for anybody to use, and you can use it right now by clicking the link in this video. I had no idea anything like this existed. Turns out it helped over 12,000 people settle their cases and get compensated last year alone. Countless people who were rewarded with big checks for claims that insurance companies offer them pennies for, or accidents people didn't even know they qualified for. I'm just so blessed that I found this page and I want to share it with you. If you've been injured, give it a try. Just click the link in this video, you'll end up on the same exact page that I used. Answer the 4 quick questions, see if you qualify, and get connected with a compensation specialist that can get you the maximum amount of money that you're entitled to. And they'll do it 60% faster than traditional attorneys, without settling for less, jumping through hoops, or having to contact firm after firm and desperately plead your case. It's totally possible that you qualify or qualify for much more than you actually thought. Don't just take my word for it, check out yourself. And you can see other stories like mine. So make sure you click the link below, take 30 seconds of your time, and see if you qualify to get compensated with checks like these.
Mondays.
Existentialism. Existentialism is a philosophical movement that emphasizes individual existence, freedom, and choice. It argues that individuals create their own meaning in life and are responsible for their actions. To illustrate, think of life as a blank canvas. Existentialism encourages individuals to become the artists of their own lives, painting their own unique meanings and purpose onto the canvas. Utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is a moral and philosophical theory that focuses on maximizing overall happiness or utility. It suggests that actions should be judged based on their consequences and the amount of happiness they produce for the greatest number of people. Imagine a large group of people stranded on a deserted island with limited resources. Utilitarianism would guide decision-making by prioritizing actions that benefit the majority and bring the highest overall happiness to the group. Hedonism. Hedonism is a philosophy that states pleasure and happiness are the ultimate goals in life. It suggests that the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain should guide one's actions and decisions. To illustrate, imagine a person making choices based on immediate gratification and seeking pleasure in every moment, similar to someone indulging in their favorite dessert or enjoying a relaxing vacation. Stoicism. Stoicism is a school of thought that teaches individuals to live in accordance with nature, accept the things they cannot control, and focus on developing inner virtue and tranquility. Think of a person facing a challenging situation with calmness and resilience, like a rock standing firm against crashing waves. Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate an inner state of peace and virtue, regardless of external circumstances. Nihilism. Nihilism is a philosophical belief that life is devoid of inherent meaning, value, or purpose. It suggests that traditional beliefs and moral values are baseless and that existence is ultimately meaningless. Imagine a person rejecting all societal norms and conventions, viewing life as a blank slate with no predetermined purpose or significance. Pragmatism. Pragmatism is a philosophical approach that focuses on practicality, usefulness, and the practical consequences of ideas. It emphasizes the importance of practical experience and experimentation. Think of a person who values tangible results and real-world effectiveness over abstract theories. Pragmatism encourages individuals to test ideas in the real world and adopt those that prove practical and beneficial. Transcendentalism. Transcendentalism is a philosophical and literary movement